Hello, awesome developers. Today we are going to complete our social media application by using full stack approach. Previously, we have made the design and REST API its very bottom is flex. After this, I will say the edge of 40 making its inside the right side. I will say they will have the display flex and the flex direction of connecting with MongoDB to your app. Of course, we will use Express Server and Node.js on the server side. For authentication system, we will implement the JWT authentication. You will also learn how to perform routing on server side professionally. I am going to divide this project into three parts. In the first part, we will complete the front-end design of our social media application. In the second, we will build a REST API. And in the third and last part, you will see how to integrate the server side with the client side and complete the job. So I think now you have a lot of intro. Let's go to perform action in editor. Until I roll the intro, make sure you hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon too for the future tutorials. Let's start. So here we are in a blank VS Code directory. And generally we start a React project by typing in terminal npx create react app just like this. But the problem with this command is that it installs too much extra stuff that we never gonna use. So to avoid this problem, I have made a link for you guys. You can see this link in the browser. You can visit this link, just copy the URL. I will provide the link in the description, and in the terminal write git clone and then paste the link and just hit the enter. So now it will install our starter pack for this project. Okay, so here are all the files. I will go to this directory. So reveal in file explorer, open this and just open with code. Yeah. So here you can see we have the files. In the SRC, I have an image folder. Inside the image folder, I have some images that we will use during the project. And beside this, I also have an app.css. In app.css, I have declared some variables that we will use during during this project, and these variables are just some colors and the shadows and gradient. Okay, now to start the project we generally write yarn start just like this. But here you can notice one thing, we have no node module inside this directory. So this project will not start. As you can see, if I hit enter, nothing will happen. So to start this project, first just write yarn and hit the enter. So by hitting this command, it will install all the dependencies that are required to run this project. So all the dependencies are installed now. I am using yarn instead of npm because I probably assumes that it is faster than the npm. Okay, so now you can just write yarn start and your project will start. So here you can see our project has been started and it just have a text subscribes and keeps code, a very basic text. You can notice this inside the app.js. I have just written this text subscribes and keeps code. Okay, there should not be a space. Okay, so now what is next step? Our next step is to install the font that we will use during this project. So to install the font, I will go to the Google Fonts. So just write Google Font, and here inside the Google Fonts, so here I will search a font name as Inter. Okay, so now for the Inter font I will choose its three variants: the regular, the semi bold, and the one bold. Yep. Now with these 7 variants, I will make the whole project. So to install this in our project, just copy this whole text here. here and paste this text inside the public directory and index.html just below this meta tag. Okay. Here we have pasted this. Now if we see the text will not be applied, our text is not changed. So why it is not changed? Because we have not declared the CSS for our app. So just below this link I should format this. Okay. Now just below these links I am declaring style, and for the style first of all, for the whole body I am pasting some styling from the Google font. Here you can see they are providing syntax to declare this font. Here I will just paste this. Okay, now if I save and then see, here you can see our font has been installed successfully. Now you can notice the default React app has some margin around the body of app. So to remove this gap, or you can say margin, inside this body I am declaring the margin as 0. Now if I save, and you can see now there is no space between the boundary of screen and the text. It means now we are ready to make our app. Now I am going to open the pre-built version of our social media app so we can have a look and have a reference what we are going to code next. So here you can see we have our pre-built version. Before going to build any page for our social media app, you can notice that every page in our app has something common. And the common thing is that the background color of every page is same, and these two light blue blurs are also same in every page. So let's first define this. Okay, now I'm going to open app.js, and here I'm just closing this, making this bigger, and let's remove this. Okay, here I will make a div for the first blur, and similarly I will make an other div for the second blur. Okay, so I am giving this a class name of blur, and similarly the class name of second div will also be the blur. Now I am as importing app.css in app.js, so I can declare the styles for app.js in app.css. So here my app.js, I am opening it side by side, and now I should small text. Okay. Here, first of all, I will target the most parent class app. Okay. Now for the app, as is the most parent div of our social media app, I am going to define some rules for this. I will say the overflow will be hidden, and the color of every text inside our social media app will be this variable black. This black variable we have defined here. You can see that it's not a pure black but something like blue color, a very dark blue. Okay. Now after this I am going to define some background color of our app, and the background color just look like this. And our app will also have a padding of 1 rem and also 1 rem from bottom and top, left and right. Now let's save this. Okay, if we have a look, as you can see that now this is the color of our app, and as we have nothing inside our app, so the overall area the background is covering is very small because we have nothing inside our app yet. Here I am declaring style for our blur divs. For the blur div, first of all, I am making their position as absolute and the width of 20 rem for each and the height of 14 rem for each. Now the border radius will be the 50%, means they will be like the circle blurs, just like this, and they have a color which will be defined in the background like this. Now let's save and see. Here you can see we have a circular div with a very light blue color. Okay, here I will declare a property name as filter, and I will give filter a blur of 72 pixels. It will be enough. Now let's save and see. Here you can see how beautiful the blur is looking now. Okay, after this our task is to position each blur to a perfect position. So for this, again I will go to the app.js, and for both of the blurs I will declare some styles. And here for the style, first of all they will have a top, and the top of first blur will be minus 18%. And the right value of the first blur will be 0. Similarly, for the second blur, the top value will be 36%, while the left value will be minus minus 8 rem, like this. Now let's save and see. Here you can see we have successfully made the two blurs as we have in the pre-built version. This one and this one. Now they are ready for use all around our app. Now I am going to make the home page of our social media application. So basically here inside src I am going to make an other folder with the name pages, and inside the pages I will make an other folder for the home page. So basically as we know that inside the home page there will be two files, home.jsx and I So basically here inside src I am going to make an other folder with the name pages, and inside the pages I will make an other folder for the home page. So basically as we know that inside the home page there will be two files, home.jsx and I should make the H capital like this, and the other file will be the CSS of our home file. Okay, so let's make it. Now first have a look at the pre-built version of our application. Here you can see that basically the home page is divided into the three sections: the profile side, the post side, and this trend side, or you can simply say the right side. I will go to the GSX and here I will write RAFCE, the factor function of home page. Okay, so here I will make a div with the class name home, and inside this I will make three divs. Left side, as we know, that is the profile side, and similarly the post side, and the last one is the right side. Now I should move the home.css towards the left side. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, first I'm simply writing here profile, and here the post, and finally the right side. Okay. So let's first import our home page inside the app.js. Okay, so here I will write our component as home. Okay, it will be auto imported. Now let's save and see is there any difference. Yeah, here you can see the profile, post, and the right side. Now it's time to style the structure of our home page. So I will just simply go to the home.css, and here I will target the home class, and I will say the position of this page will be relative. The display will be grid, and similarly the grid template will be the column, and columns will have the alignment of 18 rem, auto, and 20 rem. Okay, so
Oh, I see.
So basically what is 18 rem? 18 rem is the size of our profile side, this side, and the center side has the width of auto while the right side has the 20 rem width. Okay, now I should provide the gap between these three sides. So I will just simply write the gap 1 rem. Here I will import simply it as home.css from the same directory, and let's see the results. Here you can see they are in the column direction and have the widths we want. Okay, it's time to make the profile side first. So here inside the src I will make another folder and I will say it as components. Inside the components I will make another folder and I will call it as profile side. Inside profile side, similarly profile side.jsx and profile side.css. Okay, so profile CSS should be on the left side, and here I will just simply say RFC and I will make the text bigger. Okay, the parent div will have a class name as profile side, just like this, and it will have a text profile side. And in the home I will simply remove this and import our component profile side, yeah, like this. Now let's save and see. You can see that there is nothing different because we have the same text. So if I make it something random, and you can see changes here. Okay, so it means it working. Now let's observe the profile side components. Okay, here you can see our first component is a search component. Below this we have a profile card, and in the end we have a following card. So basically we will have three components inside the profile side component. So let's just make them one by one. Our first component will be the search component. So I will say logo search, as we have no such component in our directories. So first make it inside the components folder. I will make logo search, and it will again have logo search.jsx and logo search.css. Okay, so css on the left side, and here write rafc. ce, and our parent div will be, as we know, that div dot search like this, and it will have text. Logo search like this. Now let's import this again by suggestion. Let's save this and see the results. Here we have the logo search. Okay, further making the search component, let's first make the styling for our profile site. Okay, so inside profile site.css, here, so here I will define its styling as profile side class, and it will have display flex direction of column, of course, because it has three components in column, a gap of 1 rem, and align items center, and finally the overflow will be auto. Okay, now let's move on toward the logo search.jsx. Inside this, first I will have an image. It is inside the src folder. Here the image folder, it will come along with your starter pack when you clone the repository from my link. And here you can see I have a logo.png, so this is what I need. So
Seriously, I'm gonna get stuck on picking out logo, dude. Oh man, I do be like that. Why do I have to be like this? Why do I have to be like this, dude? I'm gonna get stuck on a logo. Wow, that's brilliant, brilliant. Just pick something, dude. Just pick something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're gonna pick. I kinda like the snail. I wanna have the snail. This one has a snail. I like the snail. No, but it defeats the purpose. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get stuck on logos. That's what happens when there's so many choices. Is there like social media? Why am I being such an idiot? Come on, dude. Just pick a logo, dude. Just pick a logo, my guy. Stop being so stupid. You're being stupid right now. You're being very ridiculous. Very ridiculous. People. It looks like an okay logo, but the dimensions aren't the same, are they?
Simply the src folder here, the image folder, it will come along with your starter pack when you clone the repository from my link. And here you can see I have a logo.png. So
Let me get this one then. But they don't look happy, dude. Is there no happy people? Download the icon as a PNG. full size. Sign in with Google, why not? Here you can have my information. You're gonna download the PNG. Come on, dude. Cool, I got it. Then I wanna logo.png. Okay, we got a logo. I'm okay with that for now. I can always switch the logo. That's no big deal.
So this is what I need. So simply inside the source I will say it as logo, and to use this first I have to import it as, let's see if it is imported.
You're going way too quick there, buddy. I forgot how to do that. What do you mean JS identifier expected? Like, why? Maybe I should rename this to logo search. Oh, of course, because I forgot an equal. So I'm import logo from stupid. I named my PNG a PNG. Silly. Ah, yes, look, there's my logo.
Is imported. Yeah, here it's fine. Okay, now along with this I also have a search input, so I am just making a search div.
My logo is way too big, man. Unlike yours. Maybe he's gonna address it later. Why does everything have to be capital letters? Like, I'm not even gonna do that anymore, dude. It's not necessary anymore, dude. Oh, I see how that works. That's interesting.
And inside this it will have a text input. Let's close this. Okay, the text input will have a placeholder of hashtag explore. Okay, below this I will have an other div for the search icon, and
Now he has a search icon, dude. Come on now. S icon. Get away from me.
and I am importing this icon from the icon scout library, and it is called as UIL search. Okay, so
UIL
I think I have to import it manually, or let's try. Okay, I think I have to import it manually. Okay, so I will call import UIL search from @icon scout react
Wait, don't I need to install Icon Scout for that?
on icons. Okay, let's save and see. Here we have our text input and a search icon. Let's style this.
npm install @Icon Scout. Of course, that breaks my entire thing. Whatever. At least it works. Can't. What do you mean you can't? Is that my problem? Is that what I did wrong? Disappoint me, dude. Don't disappoint me over and over again, bro. Come on.
So I will simply go to the logo search.css. Here, first of all, the most parent class. Logo search, and it will have a display flex and a gap of 0.75 rem between the components. Okay, so basically there will be a distance between the logo and a search input. Okay, I think now you got the point. Below this, I am targeting the search div and making it as this display flex and a background color of my variable of input color like this. Now let's make it bigger. After this, I am giving it a border radius of 10 pixels. And similarly the padding of 5 pixels. Now to see the results, I have to import the CSS inside the JSX. So simply from the same directory, logo search.css, save, and let's see. Here we have the results. Okay, it's time to remove the outline.
Fine, fine, I will use your silly ass images. Fine, you got me. You win. You win. Documents. React Social. Source image. Logo. Yes.
And give some color to the icon, and we have a lot of stuff to do with this input. Now inside the search div, I am targeting the input. Okay, so I am giving it a background color of transparent and a border of none, and similarly the outline of none. Now I think it will fix our input with the outline issue. Yeah, it has fixed it. After this, I am targeting the search icon that we have assigned as S icon, and in the S icon, I am giving it a display flex align item center. And justify content center, the basic styling. The background color will be linear gradient, so like this. I have a border radius of around 5 pixels. None. Now I think it will fix our input with the outline issue. Yeah, it has fixed it. After this, I am targeting the search icon that we have assigned as S icon, and in the S icon I am giving it a display flex, align item center, and justify content center. The basic styling, the background color will be linear gradient, so like this. This, I have a border radius of around 5 pixels, yeah, like this, and a padding of 4 pixels for this div with the color of white. Okay, now you will see the difference between the previous and this new icon, that the background div will have this beautiful gradient, and I should make it hover as cursor pointer. So I will just simply copy as icon, and here I will say on hover, the cursor will be like the pointer. So yeah, now it's looking pretty fine. It's time.
Wait, what?
Time to make the profile card inside the profile side. So for
Oh, I see.
the profile card, I will again go to the component section. In component section, I am making a component with the name profile card.gsx. Of course, inside profile card we have two other files, as one is gsx.
Look at that again. It's a spider. For some reason. This is inside the bar. Oh, come on, what are you doing? see. That's way better. Yes.
Card inside the profile side. So for the profile card, I will again go to the component section. In component section, I am making a component with the name profile card.
Okay, yeah.
card.gsx. Of course, inside profile card, we have two other files, as one is JSX and other one is the CSS. So let's make it. Okay, I am opening the CSS on the left side while the GSX on the right side. Yeah. So first of all, write RAFCE and then just save it. And we have to import the profile card component first into the profile side to see the results. Inside the profile side, just below the logo search, I am importing the profile card component like this. Let's save and see the results. Okay, so here we have the text profile card, means it is imported successfully. By the way, in the pre-built version you can see this is our profile card which have two images inside it. Okay, so let's go to the profile card.jsx and make the most parent div. So here I am making a class name profile card, and inside profile card, first of all, I have a div for the images. So I will say it as profile images, and inside profile images we will have the two images. You can see the first one is the cover image and second one is the profile image. So first of all, let's make the cover image, and I am importing the cover image from our images folder as
images. We need more images. We need more images. More images. Let's see if I got some pictures. Yes, let's do this image. Oh, come on now. Why does it do that? Why can it not just auto copy?
Images folder and side image folder cover dot.
Cover done. JPEG. No, why are you being like this, dude? Sources. And then I want to import it. The cover image cover dot JPEG. JPG. I don't even know how you pronounce that. By the way.
.png like this, and similarly I am also importing the profile image, and I will say it as simply profile like.
Okay. Import profile pic from image profile pic GPG. Let's try it again.
This. Okay, so I will have two images, so I'm just copy and pasting it, and first of all I am writing as cover, and second one of course will be the profile one like this. Now let's save and see the results. So here is an error, it's saying there is no such image cover.png. Okay, so if I just change its extension from png to jpeg. Okay, so the problem is here I am also importing the same, so I will make it as profile image dot jpeg. Let's save. Okay, so here we have both the image.
I do not have the images. Why not? Doesn't seem like an issue. Is that the issue? No. What is the issue?
Images. It's time to style both of them. So first of
Import logo from.
of all, I will target the most parent class profile card.
Is it just not showing up or test? It's just not showing up. Huh? Are they too big? What happens when I throw that one in there? The value is red. And what? Why? Okay, please bug off, bug. I really don't get this. What do you mean it's never red? What do you mean? Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. It's never red. What kind of nonsense is that? It is red. It's red multiple times, my dude. That's painful. literally not making any sense. Of course, I'm stupid. I'm just stupid. Of course, I'm just stupid.
Okay, the inside the profile card div, as you can see, we have all the other elements in the column direction. The cover image, the profile image, the name of the profile, and these followers and following. As see, they are in the row direction, but as a whole, they are in a column direction with respect to the card. And at the last, we have this link. Okay, so let's first of all style the most parent profile card. For this, I am making the border radius 1.5 rem, the display flex, the flex direction of column, and the position relative with the gap between all the items of 1 rem. Okay, now to see the results, first of all, I have to import the CSS inside the JSX. So from the same directory, profile card.css. Let's save and now see the results if there is any difference. Okay, still there is no difference because we have not defined the width of our images. So let's style it more. First of all, I will target the profile images div. As you can see here, we have the profile image and the cover image inside the profile images div. So I am targeting it, and again I will make it as position relative, display flex, flex direction of column, align icon center, and justify content as the
Man, you're going way too quick.
center. Now you can see they are in the column direction, and we have not defined any type of gap between them, so they are just attached with each other. Now let's style these images individually. So I will first of all target the first cover image, this image inside the profile image. Let's see how I will target this. I will say inside the profile images I have the image tag. As you can see, there are two tags inside the profile images, so I have to specify for which tag I am talking about. So I am targeting the first tag. You can target it as nth of type 1, so it will target the first image tag. Okay, now for the first image I will make it width 100%. Now let's save and see. Now you can see our cover image is having the width of our profile side div. So it's just taking the as much space as available for our profile side. Okay, now I will target the second image.
It doesn't make a difference for me, bro. Because, like, what? Why are you not changing it now, dude?
the profile image. As you can see in the pre-built version, the profile image is relatively small, so I will
Oh, I see. I wrote a mistake in my CSS. Yeah. It's profile images. Oh, that's better.
declare its width at 6 rem and it will have border radius 50% means it will be a total circle with the position absolute. As you can see that here our profile images, they have the position relative, so it will be absolute relative to the profile images. So if I save and see, here you can see our profile image is looking very good. Now it's time to position it about this direction. So to position it here, I will make it bottom minus 3 rem and the box shadow of profile shadow that we have defined in app.css. So I have made its bottom minus 3 rem because you can see its width is 6 rem. So I want it half in the profile images div and half outside of this div. So therefore I have made this bottom minus 3 rem.
Brilliant.
Now let's save and see.
Brilliant.
Here you can see how beautiful this is looking,
Yes,
but
it's
we are
beautiful.
unable to see it completely because our app.jsx is not defined as the height 100% or the height
Nee. Nee.
100 view height. Okay, so it will be clear when I define some new elements below this profile image. So therefore I will go to the app.jsx and below this profile images div, I am making a div with the name profile name. Okay, inside the profile name, first of all I have the name of a person which have its profile, and then below this I again have a span, and this span is as the status of our profile senior UI UX designer. Okay, now let's save this and style this first. So I style all the elements step by step so it will not confuse you at the end. Therefore I am doing styling side by side. So here first of all, profile name div, and inside this display flex and the flex direction of column. I know we are using too much flex direction column, but this is the need of our org, so therefore line item center and the margin top of 3 rem will be enough. So why I am giving it the margin top of 3 rem? Because our profile image is at the bottom side of minus 3 rem. It is taking a space of 3 rem inside the profile name div. Therefore, I am giving it a margin top of 3 rem, so it will be shown as completely. Okay. After this, I am giving the gap between the status and the name of 10 pixels. Now let's save and see. So I think styling is not applied on our profile name div. Let's see why it's not applied. So here I have, okay, I forget to place E. So let's save and see. Here you can see how beautiful it is looking. Now I will first target just the name of our profile. So I will say inside the profile name, target the
Inside the profile name, target the span, then go for the first of type. First of type, right?
span and the span length of type 1, as I have targeted the image, and I should open the word wrap. Okay, let's make it bigger. Okay, I think now it will be visible, and I'm giving it a font weight of bold. Now let's save and see. Here this is defined properly. It's time to make this followers and following. For this, again I will go to the profile card.jsx and I will make another div for the following status. Here I will say div dot follow status and inside this I have an HR. As you can see that in the pre-built version we have this line, so I am making it as HR inside the JSX, and then I again have a div, and inside this div I again have a div of follow. Okay, you will understand this structure as we will complete this and or we will use this in our CSS. So for now just follow this along with me. After this I have a span for the total followers, which are almost okay. I think it will be enough, and then I have another span which is just saying the after this I am making an other div and I am giving it a class name of
After this, he makes another div.
VL. VL means the vertical line. So here you can see we have a vertical line. It is not a predefined tag in the HTML or the React. We have to make it by the CSS. So therefore I have just defined a div for this, and these are already defined in our HTML that how to make a horizontal line. Okay, after this vertical line we have this following. So I will just copy this div, and after this VL I am just pasting it, and inside this span I am just saying 1, and instead of following there will be followers. After this This we again have a horizontal line, this line. So for this, as you can see, I am making an again HR tag just below this div. As you can see, if I press Ctrl Shift P and go to matching pair, then it is closing here and I am writing the HR after this. Now let's save and see. Here you can see we have no vertical line, but we have two horizontal lines because we have to make vertical line by the CSS. So now just go to the CSS. Here first of all, I will target the most parent class, the following status. So here you can see the follow status. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so here I have made the comment of follow status and I am targeting the most parent
Oops.
class. I am making display flex direction of column, line item center, justify content center, and I am giving a gap of 0.7. REM. I will not repeat the explanation of display flex in every tutorial again and again because I think you probably have the good idea about how the flex box works. Okay, so now let's save and see if it is working. Yeah, it's working. Okay, after this, as you can see in our follow status, I have an HR tag. So I will target this as follow as the HR tag inside the follow status. So I will make it a width of 85% and giving it a border of 1 pixel solid. And I have this horizontal line color inside the app.css. Let's save and see. So here you can see these two lines are looking beautiful now. After this, I am targeting the div in
HR color is different for him.
inside the follow state. You can check out it here. The div inside the follow status, and I am making it as display flex and a gap of 1 rem. As you know, by default the flex box have a direction of row. So I am targeting this div and this div will have a flex direction of row. So this div, this vertical line and this div will be in the row direction that we want. Okay, so after this I am making its width of 80% of our total profile card and justify content spread around a line item center. And now let's see the results. Here you can see as I have made the align item space around, so they are on the corners of our profile card. I am targeting the follow div. So follow is two times, one here and the other one is here, but the styling will be the same for the followers and following. So I'm making display flex, direction column, gap of 0.5 rem. Again, so item center and contents center. Let's save and see the action. So now they are in the column direction. The first span inside the follow will have the weight bold, and the second span will have a color of gray, and the font size of of 13 pixels. Let's save and see. Here you can see
Where did I go wrong?
target the span and the span length of type 1. We have two horizontal lines because we have to make vertical line by and justify content spread of row. So this div, this vertical line and this div will be in the row direction that we want. Okay, so after this I am making its width of 80% of our total profile card and justify content spread around, align item center, and now let's see the results. Here you can see as I have made the align item space around, so they are on the corners of our profile card. I am targeting the follow div. So follow is two times, one here and the other one is here, but the styling will be the same for the followers and following. So I'm making display flex, direction column, gap of 0.5 rem again. So item center and content center. Let's save and see the action. So now they are in the column direction. The first span inside the follow will have the weight bold, and the second span will have a color of gray and the font size of 13 pixels. Let's save and see. Here you can see. See, now there is only one thing missing, which is the vertical line. So I will target the vertical div. And I will make it as height of 150%, and to make it appear on our application I am making its border from the left side to 2 pixels, border type solid, and the color is again of our horizontal line. So now let's just save and see. So here I am noticing one thing, that we are unable to see our vertical line. So why this is happening? Okay, so after debugging I have found that I am not importing our profile site.css in our profile site.jsx. So therefore this is just an overlay issue. So if I go to the profile site.jsx, and here if I import our from the same directory profile site.
Oh man.
CSS. And if you see that we have also a gap issue in our flexbox, this is also because we have not imported the CSS. So just save and now let's see. You can see our vertical line. and the second span will have a color of gray and the font size of 13 pixels. Let's save and see. Here you can see now there is only one thing missing, which is the vertical line. So I will target the vertical div and I will make it as height of 150%. And to make it appear on our application, I am making its border from the left side 2 pixels, border type solid, and the color is again of our horizontal line. So now let's just save and see. So here I am noticing one thing, that we are unable to see our vertical line. So why this is happening? Okay. So after debugging, I have found that I am not importing our profile site.css in our profile site.jsx. So therefore this is just an overlay issue. So if I go to the profile site.jsx and here if I import our from the same directory profile site.css, and if you